A tragic crime has forced family and friends to remember the life of Francisco Martin. On the 4th of July, they chose to hold a barbecue in his honor.
Mi esposo, Francisco Martin,
My husband, Francisco Martin,
era una persona excelente.
he was an excellent person.
Roxana Martin was married to Francisco, better known as Frank, for over 20 years.
Me va a hacer mucha falta porque
I can see I'm going to miss him a lot because
él siempre estaba alegre.
he was always happy.
De todo, sacaba un chiste, sacaba una
He make a
risa.
joke about anything.
Frank was described as having a big heart for everybody, being a jokester, and very active for an 88-year-old. He also loved music and dancing and could often be spotted wearing a cowboy hat. He was remembered fondly by his neighbors in a small mobile home park.
Frank has been a wonderful neighbor, just the best. Yeah. And you couldn't ask for a better neighbor. He was the nicest guy. I lost my father like 3 years ago. And in that time, Frank had definitely become a father to me. And he's just the kind of guy he was.
The very day he was killed, Frank and his wife were actually out earlier feeding those in need.
The day that it happened, he was delivering food and water to homeless people.
And they say it seems like he was always working and would help anyone who needed it without ever asking for anything in return.
You could not outwork Frank. And I'm talking an 88-year-old. You can keep up with him, you know, if you're a good worker, but you could not outwork him. He was going to go just as long as anybody else.
And he was just constantly giving and giving and giving, right up till the last day.
Roxana was asked what she would say to her husband if he was here. Her response was touching.
Mi amor,
I will tell him my love.
gracias.
Thank you.
Gracias por todo este tiempo tan bello que pasamos juntos.
Thank you for all this time that we've spent together, so beautiful.
Gracias
Thank you,
porque todo este tiempo estuviste para mí.
because all this time you were mine.
Family and friends chose to remember Frank by throwing a barbecue because they knew he would want them to be happy, and he loved barbecues himself. Meanwhile, the man accused of the brutal attack, Philip Barger, has been charged with multiple crimes, including second-degree murder.
And our sincere condolences to Frank's family. Well,